Hello children, today I am going to read this book, I Am Suffocating. I Am Suffocating is a children's book by Sahar Shahadi and Misdaq R. Syed. This story follows a young boy named Wasim who has a lot of energy and struggles to stay still, feeling like he is suffocating when he tries to contain himself. This book explores the theme of ADHD and the challenges of managing high energy levels in a child. So let's read this story. I Am Suffocating. I am Wasim. My mother says that I am not like the rest of the children. Once I overheard her saying to her friend, "Not a day goes by that Wasim doesn't get in trouble. He climbs the walls and shelves, and if he decides to watch TV, he builds a mountain with all the cushions and pillows of the sofa. He disappears into a mountain with only his eyes visible and glued to the TV. As for my teacher, he is always trying to get me in trouble. Not a day goes by that he doesn't send me to the principal. Wasim, sit down. Wasim, quiet. Wasim, stop buzzing like a bee. Wasim, don't throw the sharpener. Wasim, Wasim, Wasim." Once, when we were visiting my grandpa, I couldn't stop myself from playing with my grandpa's cane. He suggested that we play a game called Freeze, where I have to remain motionless without talking for 5 minutes. Not a minute went by, and I started to scream, "I am suffocating. I can't do this." One day, as soon as I came back from school, I found my little brother holding a football. I ran towards him and jumped in the air like a Superman to get the ball from him. But instead of grabbing the ball, I pushed him hard and banged his head on the table. I couldn't hear anything but his screaming and then my mother's screaming. They took him to the hospital. I felt terribly bad, but it was not my fault. But whose fault was it? When they returned from the hospital, I saw my brother's head all covered up. Daddy looked at me angrily and said, "It's time for some punishment." My goodness, what could it be? He had never hit me, but I was very afraid. He said, "Go to your room, sit on your bed, and you're not allowed to move for 30 minutes. I screamed, "No, this is the worst punishment possible. How cruel." At last, I sat on my bed. I felt like I was suffocating, like a fish taken out of the water by a fisherman. I felt like my whole world was spinning. The shelf was wondering why I wasn't climbing on it, and the bed was upset why I wasn't jumping on it. The blocks were surprised. I wasn't chunking them left and right. The curtains were shocked. I wasn't pulling them, swinging on them like Tarzan swinging on vines. I felt more and more suffocated. I felt I was about to explode. Just then, my eyes fell on the World Encyclopedia book that my school had given me, which I hadn't even opened. I ran to it and grabbed it and went back to my bed before Daddy caught me moving. I flipped through the pages until my eyes caught the pictures of the stars, of the Saturn and Venus and planets and galaxies far away. So I put on my astronaut suit and wandered from one star to another, marveling at the expansive universe. I felt amazing as an astronaut exploring the mysteries of the universe. Then came the rainforest, the biggest of them called the Amazon. I put on my scientist clothes and with a magnifying glass I saw leaves of various colors and insects of all sizes, some of which looked like the very leaves they were resting on. I felt great, being a scientist, marveling at things many don't even notice. Then I confronted with the deep ocean. I put on my diving suit and went into its depth. I swam and swam, meeting beautiful creatures no one had seen. Praise be to God. I saw a huge blue whale and small fish that I barely could see. I felt strange, yet excited, being so deep in the ocean. Suddenly, I noticed that all around my bed was dim, like it was evening time. I looked at the watch and it was 6 p.m. I have been sitting on my bed motionless for an hour. How is this even possible that I haven't moved for so long? Then I thought to myself, actually, I did move. I moved a lot. I explored the heavens, met many lovely insects deep in the forest, and plunged into the depths of the ocean, all in less than an hour. It is then I realized something very important. I can move as I want without disturbing myself or others. All I need is a book. So, viewers, please share, and subscribe my channel so I bring more interesting books to you, and look at my other videos for other new books. Thank you.